I've always thought that lifestyle, and this was 20, 30 years ago, lifestyle was an important factor. A lot of businesses in those days were very one-dimensional. You were a fashion brand, or you were a makeup brand, or you were a shoe brand or a handbag brand. The concept of lifestyle and something that embodied everything was rare. In the sanctuary and previous to that, the fitness centre, it was still quite one-dimensional. And I like the idea of having fitness, wellness, beauty, and everything together. And the sanctuary was very much a spa, and I had partners in the sanctuary who were accountants, and I felt that to take my career, and I don't want to use the word career, because career you think in terms of you're working for somebody. I've never worked for anybody, I've always worked for myself. So if you say that the way in which I worked, I wanted to have as much freedom as I possibly could. So I decided to break with my partners and involve myself with an unknown brand at the time, which was called Aveda. I met the founder of Aveda in America, a guy called Horst Rechelbacher, who I had a lot of admiration for. And he shared that vision of lifestyle. And he was in Minneapolis and we were in London. So we decided to create a partnership where Aveda and how it grew in America was very much the American company. And the UK was one of their first international expeditions. I said to Horst, look, whatever you do in America, you should do in America. But I want the freedom to do whatever I want with your brand in the UK. Aveda became a worldwide phenomenon. And I was very, very happy to be part of it. And then I decided to sell my shares in the Aveda UK business and start Urban Retreat, which would again further progress the idea of having a total lifestyle concept where we could create everything under one roof. One simple principle is that if you want to be exceptional, you have to take risks. And if you wanted to take risks, you can't do things that are average. And we don't take risks for the hell of it. We are prepared to look at all our business concepts from a new angle and often reinvent the wheel, but in a more modern way. Sometimes do something completely different, something new. And the second, and as important, is you have to make sure that the team that you work with are the best. But success isn't always instant, you know. Success is often about just a tweak, a little adjustment. I started a British restaurant a couple of years ago called The Great British, and we did British food. And I struggled to get people to understand how great English food is. So I kept all the menu with my partner and the chef very much the same. But what did we do? We tweaked it. We just put, our most popular dish was fish and chips. So guess what we did? We put fish and chips on the window, and we put some white tiles on the walls, and we made it from a British restaurant to a fish and chip restaurant. But the menu is pretty much the same. You know, just from that little tweak, our turnover increased 300%. So, you know, sometimes you haven't got to do a lot to make that difference. And it's an attitude. You know, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get the same results. So sometimes you have to do something a little bit different. And attitude can be that as well. Attitude can be just change your attitude a little.